Want to know how to read tarot cards for yourself? Daily tarot reading with a self-love tip of the day and a collective read for the community. If you've been here before, have your cards ready to pull a card for yourself. Those of you who are just getting to know us.
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From
ZenEd.com, home of ZenEd Academy. All right, so as you guys come on, let us know where you're from.
So let's get to some of that, how to read tarot cards for yourself today. Have your tarot or your oracle cards ready. While you pull your card, I want you to get ready to pull a card out. I want to tell you my philosophy. Self-reliance.
Yep.
If you give someone a fish, they will always be asking you to buy them sushi.
Yep.
If you teach a person to fish, you will always have all the friends who know how to make the sushi, and your dinners will be way bougier.
It is your turn to tag up. Which tarot card fits your day today? If you have your cards, pull it out, drop it down now. If you don't, pick one out of the imaginary tarot deck in your head and drop it in the comments. Just think fast and drop it like it's hot. First impulse, first impression in the comments.
And tell us what you think it means to you. First impulse. And we will drop some insight after we do the collective poll, if you got them in the comments for us. We always have been big on teaching people to be self-reliant and to get deeper with their intuition instead of constantly running to get their cards read by someone else when something goes down, especially now. So we want to get you used to your own knowing with the cards and have a way to calm and center yourself.
So now it is time for the collective energy card reading of the day.
Two of Cups. It's funny because this one came out yesterday in a reversal. Really, the Two of Cups is about like that first connection with someone. It's about really at the most basic meaning of the card. It's about two hearts coming together as one, right? Are you going to sing a cheesy 80s song right now? Like two hearts coming together as one in passion, in love, in friendship, in union. And it really is the most passionate card of the tarot. It's primarily about lovers in a physical, sexual love partnership, right? But it's also about those friends that we fall in love with in a platonic way. And it's not about long-term friendship or long-term love. It's really about making a pledge to each other when you first meet and you're lost in some sort of sensual conversation with each other. I mean, it is about sexual energy, but it's really about sudden attraction to somebody new, right? So I was like, okay, well, this is good because I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be making some new connections on social media these days. But what is that telling us for us? Because the Two of Cups is about newness, and I pulled the qualifier card, and it was the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is about not getting lost in the newness and the craziness of the new sudden attraction, right?
Yep.
So the Seven of Cups is really about, it's about, on the good side, it's about those wonderful imaginations of the mind. You know, those dreams that you have, those imaginary things that you make up, the visions and the things you want in life, but it's also about not getting lost in the illusion or the delusion of something that may not be long-lasting or real. So that's kind of what I have for us. And what is this calling for us to do right now as a community, as a collective? It's really about, let's make some new connections. Let's have some sudden attractions to new things and new people and new situations, but let's not get lost in the illusion and forget where we are, because we're isolated, right? And we might get lost a little bit. So as we're kind of separated,
I know exactly where I'm at home.
Let's fall in love with new things right now. Let's fall in love with new situations and new people and new friends, but let's not forget ourselves and be lost in it completely.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what I got.
Now it's time for the self-care tip of the day. Something easy to do right now to lower fear, anxiety, and depression, as well as stress.
You're kind of not going to expect me to tell you this one, because usually I give you some kind of deep stuff, and it really is deep, but it's simple. Do something repetitive, and I want to say boring, but meaningful. So meaningful and repetitive. Okay, I bet you didn't think that was going to be it. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Hashtag Heather Storytime. I just hashtag myself. I had a Catholic grandmother on my mom's side of the family. I was supposed to inherit her rosary when my mom passed, but I think somebody lost it when my mom passed away. I'm still a little bit salty about that because I wanted it. It was this rosewood rosary, really beautiful. Anyway, when she lived with us before she died, she got really sick, lived with us for the last few months, and I would see her speaking her rosary when she was stressed. She was bedridden. She didn't fully understand what was going on. She had a stroke, but this action calmed her. So the thing is, neurologists have found that it isn't just about the rosary or the mala beads or anything necessarily religious, but simple, repetitive activities that are pleasurable and mean something. So it's not like banging your head against the wall repeatedly because the wine is gone. That might happen soon here in our house. But that can take you into a deep state of relaxation, which lowers tension, lowers stress, and lowers anxiety. Other repetitive spiritual practices are, which one that I do is the Satanama. It's very good for your brain because it connects a couple of things in your brain, but it can calm the mind and rejuvenate the brain. So Satanama, it's just this little finger exercise. And you say that those syllables Satanama. It has meaning, but it's a little mudra you can do, a little repetitive action. But those are kind of spiritual oriented practices, but neurologists are kind of showing that even knitting or crocheting will calm and relax you.
Yep.
Years ago, I did this crochet project for people who had leprosy. And it was the craziest project, I think. Not craziest, but it was kind of the coolest humanitarian project I've ever been involved in. And we would like crochet these really super long bandages for lepers, and they were just long and crocheted, and they, used them for healing. So I think that we should be spending part of our time, regardless of the crisis or what's happening, we should spend a part of our time doing things for other people anyway.
And it's one of those see-me, feel-me kind of thing. A repetitive thing that means something. That is going to boost your immune system. So we want to take a quick moment to tell you about our online community.
ZenEd Academy community evolved from our love of teaching our in-person workshops in Las Vegas for over 10 years.
Yep.
But wanting to create something more meaningful than just a one-off kumbaya or a weekend intro into how to make a sage bundle workshop, we did see a huge change coming on a global scale just with the way we were communicating, so we started laying the groundwork a couple years ago.
So our personal desire for a different kind of online community, an online solid tribe, prompted us to break ground and lay the foundation of our online metaphysical school and community 3 years ago to empower more people 24 hours a day while connecting our tribe across the globe.
And suddenly here we are. I'm like, whoa,
big,
we're actually here in a big way. So I'm really proud to say that we have essentially created a fully operational healing center that fits in the palm of your hand. And not just overnight, we have been working on this for years, improving it and finessing it. It's not just some one-off pop-up class that's gone when it's done, like Learn to Make a Medicine Bag or Crystal Grid or stuff you can just grab for free on Google or YouTube, but meaningful courses with information that you can't find on Google or YouTube.
You can't.
That get deep, plus all the lifetime replays.
Lifetime replays. Check that out in the description.
Smile, laugh, exercise your mind, hug yourself, relax, breathe to activate that DMT in the lungs, right? Dialogue with others, talk to people about ideas, knit a scarf for your grandma, or some other repetitive, meaningful task as often as you can, especially if your kids are home from school. Maybe get grandma on Zoom to teach them how to knit. That'll keep them busy, right?
Trying to learn how to Zoom. Since you've watched this far, be sure to check out the goodies that we've got for you. We've got a link in the description below. If you liked this video,
hit the like button.
If you want to see more videos like this,
be sure to subscribe.
And spank the bell to turn notifications on.
So you are the first to know
when we drop a new video.
Or go live.
And now it's time to check out these videos.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Boom diggy. Peace out.